But it's worth noting, I think, as the gymnasts warm up on the 4 pieces of apparatus, that the European champion of 1992 was one Tatiana Gutsu, and the Olympic champion of 1992 was Tatiana Gutsu. For all the changes in Romania and Russia and the breakup of the Soviet Union, there are still many contenders for the Olympic title from those countries to compete against the Americans, among them Shannon Miller, who was the runner-up last time. And among the judges, there's certainly one here who knows what it's like to win an Olympic title. There is Ludmila Teresheva, who was the champion in Munich. 16 countries are represented here. And it's certainly going to be a close contest. One representative from Great Britain, and that is the little girl we're looking at now, Annika Rieder, and it's a good not only to see her, but it's good that she will be following behind Svetlana Boginskaya. She will be living in the highest company, and we're really going to see how great is her potential.
Gymnasts, you have 30 seconds.
Her first piece of apparatus will be the asymmetric bars, which was her most disappointing piece in the team competition. This is Dina Kochetkova of Russia, starting, as you see, on the beam.
Gymnast renowned for her original and difficult beam routine. Full twisting backflip, another backflip. Little unsteady there, but she corrected well. Very elegant gymnast. Fluent performance. Just holding on to that handstand balance. Little wobbles at the end of moves that the judges will deduct. Full twisting, backflip to chest roll. Quite a long pause for her dismount. High, well landed, double tuck somersault. She missed the somersault element in the first run, and how severely will the judges deduct for that?
Kochetkova was the runner-up in the last European Championship in 1994. Every little fault is in a way exaggerated in this battle to be overall champion.
There was the error. She normally finishes with a somersault at the end of that series, but she was well off balance. A good decision to stop there. But the dismount, plenty of flight off the hands, enabling her to launch high off the beam.
Russia among the countries that have 2 representatives, only 2 allowed per country. That's Leonid Akayev. Seems to have been around since gymnasts first appeared on the scene. Reputation as a hard taskmaster, but his success rate back his ability as a coach and some. 9.525. Go to bars, and this is Lyubov Sheremita of Ukraine.
Oh, problem right at the start. I was going to say, tiny little girl will clear the bar easily, plenty of room. But what does she do? Catches her feet. Nice little hop into full twist, into the ginger. Already regained composure. flight from high to low bar. Well, managed to dismount without too much problem. What a pity that the start wasn't as fluid. And another look at the mishap. Just about cleared her feet, but took her eyes off the bar and missed her grasp completely. Slight bend of the arms there, encircling the bar. There's the dismount. Full twisting, double somersault. If only she'd started as she finished.
And she knows from the word go that she's up against it. 9.187. She won't need to dwell on what might have been. And here, Svetlana Boginskaya on the bars, these days representing Belarus. 6 years ago, she was the European champion for the second year running. It's lovely to see her back. Finds herself competing against a lot of what I think it's fair to describe as little girls. But she has so much still to offer.
Really wonderful to see her back. And as you say, Barry, what an example. Illustrious career.
And there'll be no better line in this competition on all four pieces.
An example of it there. Good, clean clearance of the bar to launch into her exercise. Kachev. Half turn, good style. And there. Always good leg style, always good leg form, the body line perfect. And a double straight. Landed perfectly, and the smile to go with it. Wonderful stuff there.
And here is the reigning world champion, Podkopaeva, on the vault.
And an enormous vault. Very important today for the girls to concentrate fully on vault. Both vaults count and the score is averaged. The round off in front of the board, half turn on, big push, pike front somersault with a half turn out. Absolutely spotted the landing. Deep, tight pike, sees the landing early and can control it. The round off entry enables her to get quickly to the horse and gain maximum push off the top.
And in a matter of seconds there, the competition joined 9.787. We went from one former world champion to the current holder, representing the Ukraine. Boginskaya is 23 years old. This young lady is 17, comes from Donetsk.
And she must match the vault again. And she does, absolutely, no hesitation.
Well, she led the way in the team competition on that piece of apparatus, the vault, and it may well be that she's going to do so again. First look at Annika Rieder on the bars. Only representative from Great Britain, living in the highest company here.
This is the big move. Ginger somersault cleanly caught. Straight into her shoot over the bar. She's working well. Coach Rod Smith watching on. She's had to add a little bit of work. This is competition 2. Into the dismount and smoothly through. What a great routine from Annika.
Well, I think most people who have watched her come through to her present prominence as British champion felt that she had what one could describe as the big match temperament, and that's going to be tested today. Start here very good.
And she was tested fully yesterday in qualifying. She made errors on the bars, but she put it all right today. She really is the girl for the big occasion.
So 2 vaults, the average goes through. Second vault the better, 9.806 she carries through. Good start for the world champion in her attempt to become champion of Europe. And 9.825 for Svetlana Boginskaya. There's a buzz going around the NEC. Annika Rieder still waiting for her score. Only 3 pieces of apparatus being used at a time. And 9.262 for Annika Rieder. She'll be happy with her start. 9.825 that Svetlana Boginskaya scored for her bars routine, the highest score anywhere so far. On the beam, the leader in the team competition on all 4 pieces of apparatus, Simona Amana of Romania.
Just the slightest sign of nerves. Front somersault start. Safely through the acrobatic series, though. 2 somersaults sandwiched there between backflips. A little dip to the left. Almost a replay of the fault on the mount. Another little wobble. The nerves are there. Gathering concentration. The double back dismount, a step back. There were errors through there. Interesting competition, even at this stage.
And interesting, too, that Amana, given her chance, there was no suggestion that the Romanians would pull her out and give Gojang the chance to defend her European title. They're looking ahead, which means to Atlanta.
And there's no doubt this young lady has a great future in front of her, but it's the European Championship she's focusing on now. Backflip into the layout somersault, second backflip, same somersault. No problem backwards. The errors were occurring on her forward tumbles. The dismount sequence, high into the double tuck, and the pace back.
That was an interesting observation, Mitch. I think many people watching will find that difficult to understand. Surely it's easy to go forward. 9.612 is her score. And here is Svetlana Kokina of Russia.
Very difficult vault, just a little bit unsteady on the landing.
It's interesting so far. The one who seems most relaxed is Boginskaya.
She's got all the experience, hasn't she? The half turn there onto the horse, the half turn off and back somersault, little unsteady. She's a very long gymnast, performs with great technique, but it's quite a deep landing. The judges are looking for deductions there.
First vault score of 9.725. Both scores count in this all-around competition. 2 marks are averaged.
Well, she'll be looking to tidy up that first vault, which is exactly what she did. Round off onto the board. spots the horse through the half turn, into the Cuervo segment, and there's the pike somersault landing. Totally aware that she had to improve, but it's the average mark.
9.75, second vault was the better. She seemed to be now glancing away to see other competitors. This is the one French competitor, Ludivine Fernand, comes from Marseille, 15 years old. But we're going to the beam to see Lavinia Milosevic. Certainly a serious contender. Almost as experienced as Boginskaya. Not quite.
You just can't write this young lady off. The anchor of the Romanian team. And she's been a world champion on this event. In Birmingham, back in '93. Super. That pause signals the start of the acrobatic series. Backflip layout, backflip layout. Posture has to be retained through the leaps. The spins, ooh, almost off. And the same backflip with quarter turn. She has done more difficult beam routines. Obviously looking for the all-around event. Double tuck back, adjustment forwards. Milosevic playing safe there. Obviously with an eye on the all-round title.
But that backflip layout has become almost standard now.
Yeah, 4 moves along that length, and she's not exactly a tiny girl, does extremely well. But look, a wobble.
Shannon Miller of the United States, who first showed that, and she will again be among the contenders in Atlanta. Dominic Dawes also from the United States, and a new name, Dominic Moceanu. They can make a little money now, gymnasts, which is one of the reasons why this young lady has carried on. So 19 years old, and she scores 9.637, and she certainly won't be unhappy with that. Now, we were going to look at Ludivine Fernand. Now we can. She is on the bars.
And one of the new breed of young French gymnasts, and her coach there, interestingly, was one of the original coaches of Milosevic. She's swinging well, big Kachev, and easily through to handstand on the low bar. Little pause while she stood on the bar. A fast swing, up high, very good form, double straight dismount. A good clean exercise. The forward swing here with the hands in a reverse grip, forward giant, half turn on top of the bar, into the backward giant, which at the top she converts to a straddle back under Kachev, named after the first person who performed it. There, the high dismount, releasing the bar high above and able to hold the straight shape.
And score for the one French competitor is 9.537. And that's how things look after one round of competition. And Svetlana Boginskaya, starting on the bars, leads from the current world champion, Podkopaeva, with Okina of Russia in third place and Milosevic fourth. Svetlana Boginskaya goes to the beam. Just look at that concentration. Waiting for the head judge to say, go. She's being asked to wait a very long time. Just a brief thought, perhaps. Why have I come back to this? But off she goes again.
And I don't think she's come back just to make up the numbers. She looks full of determination. I'm sure she's come back to win Olympic gold. And this is the first step on her quest. Look at the precision. Such elegance and style as well as tumbling. Big test, the front somersault. And a very difficult jump. And the even more difficult double spin. The line is absolute, never a bent leg or loss of form. Concentration through to the finish. The double tap, not a falter. She will be thrilled with that performance.
She's bidding to win for a third time to match the record of Nadia Comaneci. Like Nadia, lives these days in the United States, in Texas.
This so important dismount. Precision on the end of the beam. Legs a little apart in the somersault. The judges will take a tiny deduction there.
We'll update her score when we get it, but we need to go to see Lilia Podkopaeva of Ukraine. As you see, she's on the bars.
And what a consistent performer this girl is. Lovely, compact body shape, precision in the full turns, plenty of height in the ginger. Straddling the bar and the shoulder skill, building up now to the dismount. Feet well across the bar for momentum, full twisting double tuck. Tiny little fault, but she's powerful and so determined.
And trying to match the performances of the gymnast she admires most, Boginskaya.
I'm sure at this moment she won't be aware of Boginskaya's performance on beam, but this landing was so important to her. The wind-up, feet well across the bar for momentum. Plenty of height. Tuck deep to rotate.
9.6 9.725. Bear that in mind when you see the mark for Boginskaya. Beam scores that are coming a little late on. 9.775. A little further advantage for Boginskaya. And Christine, you were saying that marks off for the bent legs at the end, but surely judges should take some consideration for the difference in height. Anyway, point to consider later. Here's Kokina ready to go on the bars.
And the compact, powerful shape of Podkopayeva replaced by this long, elegant shape from Kokina. And it's she with the best record on this apparatus. Shared the World Championship in 1996, just a month ago in Puerto Rico. It's this wonderful rhythm in her bars work. 1.5 twists. Manages to float in the somersault to lower bar. Nice little transition back to the top bar, but needed to adjust her grasp there. There's the build-up. Full twisting double back. Can she struggle to rotate at a deep landing? But her work during the exercise, beautifully controlled and clean.
Oh, some things don't change, it would seem, not only her expression, but that of her coach.
Yes. He's worked hard. Considerable age gap, but it certainly works, the partnership. See the line and that hasty adjustment there to make sure of the upstart. Half turn from the straddle to handstand. Pushes her feet hard across the bar here prior to the dismount. There's the double tuck back with full twist in the second, and the pace forward that could cost. Winding up powerfully. The landing so important at this level, and hers was not perfect.
When you refer to a deep landing, Rich, presumably you mean really she's running out of room. She wants the floor to be a bit lower. 9.75, though, is her score. That could move her up, I think. Boginskaya still leads. Annika Rieder on the beam.
Front somersault. Small adjustment, but such an important beginning for her. Backflip, layout back, backflip. Making sure and omitting the second of her normal 2 somersaults in that run. Showing plenty of control. Gymnastic leaps. And the mixed gymnastic and agility series there. So far, so good. Oh, as I speak. But she saved the front somersault landing. Double back somersault. Well, consistency is what she needs. 2 apparatus for her. Layout back somersault. Backflip. And would normally slot in a second somersault, but plays absolutely safe.
9.325. Battling performance, I think it might be described. Simona Amana, her second piece of apparatus is the floor.
Fast run. Floating the double straight somersault. Very powerful on her tumbles and her jumps, but her performance greatly improved in the last 6 months. Selling this floor routine. Three somersaults in a series, effortlessly. Just look at that triple twist. A little unsteady on the easier bits though, the double spin. Puff before the last tumble. Full twisting double back, I'm sure she didn't need the puff. Full of vitality and energy.
Well, they're not mollycoddled as they used to be in their preparations, which were always hard, but it was the one thing in their lives, but they still managed to produce the top form.
They do. Look at the acceleration through that round-off backflip. 2 somersaults in the straight position. She, rather like Milosevic, makes tumbling look easy. She always seems to have time in the air. The whip-back somersault, the backflip, up into the 2.5 twist. Look how much time to open and land before the punch front somersault.
Maybe hasn't quite yet got Milosevic's pizzazz, if that's the right word. 9.762 for the younger of the two Romanians. We can get an immediate comparison. Lavinia Milosevic follows her on the floor, one Romanian after the other. Milosevic, the higher of the two after round 1. So, Lavinia Milosevic, we've seen so many fine routines on the floor. How will this compare?
Opens a double straight. Superstar. And she really can sell a floor exercise. Whip over. 2.5 twists. Finish with a punch front. As the music changes, so does the tempo of movement. That was control. finish. She's ready for the final tumble. Full twisting double tuck, a little shuffle at the end, but really wonderful performance.
Held on to all 10 toes at the finish, but I'll tell you what, that'll be a wow in Atlanta. Definitely designed with the Olympics in mind.
Well, as Olympic floor champion, you would expect something special from her, wouldn't you? And there's Octavian Bellou. Always there, always encouraging. Double layout, that's how she started. Such confident tumbling. Whip over. Backflip. 2.5 twists into the punch front. And to finish, a full twisting double tuck. But look at the adjustment of the feet. Very fast thinking there.
Yes, it's a little better than her compatriot, 9.8, the best score so far on the floor. Dina Kochetkova of Russia, from Moscow, 18-year-old who knows this piece of apparatus, the floor, well.
Gold medalist in 94 she was. And opens well, the double layout somersault. Nice forward combination. Choosing Hungarian folk music. Dramatic presentation so far. One and a half twist in the front somersault. Really matching the music with elegant gymnastic linkage. And the inevitable speed up of music, with the tumbling to go with it. Full twisting double back. Well, beautifully presented. Artistic, in total control, and she proved she could tumble as well.
That's the full title of this championship, is the European Artistic Gymnastic Championship. Very different performance.
And the choreography captures the mood of an exercise, but what sets the difficulty level is the complex tumbling. 1.5 twists in the somersault, followed by a backflip. Powerfully into the launch. Strong backflip. And the full twisting double back somersault, a final big tumble. And just a reminder of the artistic flair.
.787. Halfway stage of the competition, and no change in the order. Boginskaya still leads. She goes next to the floor and then the vault to finish. Podkopayeva has the beam and then the floor. And Annika Rieder still in 15th place. Well, we've seen two hugely graceful performances. I suspect they might now be about to be put into the shade. Boginskaya on floor.
twisting double tuck. She's captured so many audiences with the way she presents an exercise. Nice forward tumbling combination. Always injects a special feeling into her exercise. Took her time about it. So crucial though. 2.5 twists into punch front. Super exercise from Boginskaya. Keeping up a marvellous level of performance.
But I think she's got better. I think it's as simple as that.
She looks sharp, she looks fit, as determined as ever, and still the audience in the palm of her hand.
And all those tumbles across the floor, knowing that one little mistake and the title might be gone.
Has been criticised in the past as Boginskaya for not that complex tumbling, but up with the best of them here. Full twisting front somersault there. But it's the mixture of choreography and the tumbling. 2.5 twists. Punch front somersault. A dream finish.
9.8 is the best score so far on the floor from Lavinia Milosevic. Not quite as good as that. 9.775 might change things. And she's followed on the floor by Annika Rieder. Special reason to do well here. Disappointed she hasn't made the floor final.
And the full twisting double back. Same opening tumble as Boginskaya. And a very difficult middle pass. Expressing the music beautifully. A very sharp, dramatic style. Adding maturity all the time to her performances. Lots of dynamic tumbling. Quickly into the last tumble. 1.5 twist to finish. Great performance from Annika in front of a home crowd. Really on for the competition of her life here.
Getting plenty of support. And to follow Boginskaya with that performance should be very pleasing both to her and her coach.
Annika coached by Rod Smith. He's coached her since she was a very little girl of 5 years old. There, the 1.5 twisting front somersault, working out of it immediately into a double twist, spots the floor and adds on a punch front somersault.
doesn't look particularly happy with that. Let's see what Simona Amanar's feelings will be after she's competed in the vault. She posted the best scores all around in the team competition, but at the moment a little bit behind gymnasts of greater experience. First vault.
And this is a good apparatus for her. Double twist. It's good, solid vault. Yurchenko entry. But look at the exit. A double twist in the somersault phase. Double twist in Yurchenko.
And the second vault must be just as good as the first. The scores are averaged 9.812 for the first. She's renowned as one of the very best vaulters in the world. She'll be wanting to make up ground on this piece. Very fast, measured run. And a little bit better, I think. Explodes off the top of the horse.
Well, her first score, Christine, was the best for any vault so far.
Let's see if the judges agree with me that this was a little bit better. She really takes a very quick push off the top, and she finishes the two twists so cleanly. She wraps in tight, has time to open the arms out to control the landing.
And the judges do agree with you, 9.85, and she carries 9.831, and she tightens things at the top. Annika Rieder, 9.525, and she looks rather disappointed with that. She didn't look happy when she came off the floor, to tell the truth. Onto the beam, and here's Lilia Podkapaeva of Ukraine.
Front somersault start, one of the more solid mounts we've seen so far. Lovely flourish there. Corbett flick to round off the acrobatic series. Free walkover. Marvellous leg tension and style. Front somersault. She looks in total control. And proving to be an excellent piece of apparatus for her. Composed, ball twisting, double tuck, and just the whisper of a smile there. Challenging very strongly indeed. Backflip. Into a second. And the Corbett flick. Hard to believe that's 24 years old, but it's still a test for these gymnasts, and that's the dismount. Not much wrong with that.
She was in second place at the halfway stage, 9.762. Will keep her there. And here is Korkina Russian challenge continues.
So elegant. And such a very original gymnast. Her work has been designed to suit her physique so very well. Beautiful splits, the full twisting backflip. She doesn't try to do the long series of tumbles the little gymnasts find so easy, but she's chosen difficulty all of her own. And those long limbs look oh so elegant. Cartwheel into gain a somersault, but usually so steady. Just lack of confidence there. Once things start going wrong for a gymnast, and she didn't have a happy time yesterday in the team competition, it's so easy for them to continue with negative feelings. But here the great dismount, double twisting gainer somersault. It won't make up for the disappointment of the fall. Here the cartwheel, high into the double twist, just misses the beam.
She was in third place after 2 rotations. She won't be there after 3. 9.262, an error which will surely take her off the medal rostrum. It's a tough life being a gymnast. Lavinia Milosevic, who may gain from the failure of the Russian, her first vault. Leads the Romanian challenge, as she has done for some little time now.
And she and Boginskaya are really old adversaries, aren't they? And they seem to have each other in their sights.
Yeah, we're back to the Sebastian Shushinova of 1988 at Seoul, which ended, of course, on the vault. You remember in 1988, one of the best gymnastics competitions of all time. European Championships, Lavinia Milosevic, first vault.
And Sukahara straight with a half turn. Not perhaps as difficult as some, but absolute precision. Nailed it. These girls are not going to give away an inch, are they? The half turn onto the horse, the straight shape off, the turn. She just does pike a little bit as she comes into land, but it's very, very little. And absolute control on the landing. See the aggression and determination in her face. Just decelerates slightly with a pike.
Score 9.812, exactly the same as the first vault of her compatriot Simona Amenar. She went on to improve in the second, Amenar, with a 9.85. Challenge is there from within the team.
And the same vault, a little more flight, a little longer, but then the hop forwards. The judges have to weigh the advantages against the deductions.
Well, that's another vault I've done. Must be her feeling as she goes away. She's done enough of them.
I'm sure she would dearly love this overall title. She's won many individual titles, but is a little short on the overall titles. I think she has a sense that she could do it today. Yeah, lots of power again. The push, the turn, the same little dish, but a jump forwards.
And she wants a jump forwards from the judges, and she's got 9.775. She hasn't got it. 9.793. To Monica Martin, out of Spain.
lovely start. Now back somersault from round-off. Backflip. Excellent to see. The somersault landed 2 feet together. Backflips, layout back somersault this time to land on the more controllable single foot. You have time to straighten your body out and regain control. Difficult leap to control. Lose sight of the beam and then regain. But she's doing very well. Long pauses at the start of each acrobatic series. There's the dismount. A double tuck back, but a costly hop to the side.
Well, there's a good little contest going on to be the best gymnast from Western Europe. She currently is in second place in that, 8th overall at the halfway stage. Savdalidou of Greece is ahead of her, and Fanon of France just behind her.
Lovely mount. Round off, back somersault. Backflip, this was impressive. Landing 2 feet. No margin for error there at all. And the dismount, a double tuck. Not quite of the quality as when she was on the beam.
9.525 for the Spaniard. Kochikova, after a very interesting floor routine. She's in 6th place at the moment, her first vault.
Oh, 1.5, twisting straight. Yushchenko steps backwards.
The Russian challenge falling away, in that case literally.
These are steps that she really can't afford to take. She seemed a little slow into the board, I felt, and a little unconvincing onto the board. The whole thing under-rotated. She did very, very well not to fall. Push off the top, quite a lot of height, but just ran out of steam. You can see her shoulders were well behind her feet as she landed. Just the contact with the board seemed to be the problem, really.
She's received hasty words of advice. 9.625 she got. Her coach nodding frantically at her, and she nodding back. I wonder if between them, they've solved the problem. And there he is, Leonid Alkayev, architect of the USSR success throughout the 70s. Hard man. But it's rumoured he treats these girls very gently and very kindly. Same vault, and almost the same problem. Not quite enough rotation. Looks resigned to it, though. Alkayev consoling her. There's the approach, the round off, onto the board quite firmly that time. 1.5 twists, but still that lack of rotation. It's the problem for the gymnast to match the necessary height with the necessary rotation. And I think, as Christine said, not enough power perhaps in the run-up and in the plant onto the board.
Slightly better mark, but not good enough mark to take on in the challenge. 3 rounds completed. Boginskaya still leads by .082 from the reigning world champion, Podkapayeva. Milosevic has moved into 3rd place. Amanar is 4th, and Kochetkova leading the Russian challenge, which though has too much ground to make up. And Annika Rieder has moved up from 15th to 12th. Annika Rieder, South Essex, coached by Rod Smith.
Handspring pike front somersault. Slightly down on difficulty to what she's capable of. Her new vault incorporates a half twist, so playing safe with the all-round positioning in mind. Handspring on, into the pike shape. Good lift from the horse. Lack of control there at the last minute. Pike somersault. She would have liked a solid landing. Handspring, pike front somersault, a good first safe vault for Annika. But there were errors.
9.4.
Now, what was the decision? To play safe. No half turn in the second vault. A good decision. Slightly up on the first attempt, and Rod there. Rod Smith, her coach, looking delighted with her. Smile with Rod.
Well, her European Championship is over. The Olympics are to come.
Good decision to try and improve on the handspring pike front somersault. Not so much to the side as the first. Smaller adjustment. That was an improvement. Emphatic slap of the hands on the horse.
If you're a regular follower of gymnastics, let's just take the score first. 9.462, better score, 9.431. I'm just going to say that you will know that as we've seen Annika Rieder first, that means that Svetlana Boginskaya will be going last on that piece of apparatus.
Smoothly through the first full turn and into the Ginger. Good tight work here from Amanar. 1.5. Lots of pirouetting skills. Well linked. The judges will give extra marks for these. Very fluent. The big release, the Kachev over the bar. Winding up into the double straight dismount, just the merest hint of bent knees, but a very efficient performance.
This is Kokina on the floor.
Full twisting double back to start. Twisting combination, and really for a taller girl, extremely agile. Grace and elegance throughout. Lovely little touches. Posture, choreography shining through. And a triple twist to finish. Beautifully constructed floor exercise. We were saying earlier, exercise is designed to match the shape, the character, the personality of the gymnast. And that was Kokina. Determined in her approach run. 1.5 twists into a 1.5 twisting front. So she can tumble. But the overall effect really is that she's in absolute control. And a triple twist to finish.
And she will further regret the failure on the beam. That's a check on the score for Amina on the bars, 9.737. And we're back to the lady from Greece, Vasiliki Savdaridou.
Fluent swing here. Kachev the unusual way, and then the other way, two Kachevs. Good line, this gymnast got. She hits her handstands well. Very strong. Lots of power. Double straight dismount, very well executed.
One of the good things about this competition, there's clearly quality quite a long way down, and wherever you look, there's something worth seeing on the 3 pieces of apparatus being used. Check on the floor score, 9.787 for Svetlana Kokina. Not going to be good enough to make up for the disappointment on the beam. Back to the Greek bars.
The mount, straight body over the low bar to catch the high bar. And this is a backup rise, swinging up to handstand, immediately hopping round into another handstand. Difficult work. She's linking the skills well. That's one of the things the judges will give the gymnast credit for. The fact that they don't take free swings in between, they link the skills. Just a little bit bent on sometimes, but good work.
9.612, that could give Vasilikis Savdaridou the unofficial best of Western Europe, but who will be the best of them all? Lavinia Milosevic, her last piece of apparatus. She needs to match 9.737 at least of her compatriot Amina. She needs one of the best performances of her life if she's to pass Boginskaya.
She's starting well. Healy back up to handstand. Into the Ginger. Well, those legs are locked together. She's giving nothing away. Full turn. To the half turn. The all-important dismount. And it's nailed. She can smell the victory.
Well, she's ahead of her nearest competitors in performing. Podkopayeva and Boginskaya each goes last. Boginskaya on the vault, Podkopayeva on the floor. So she'll be the leader for the moment at least. Milosevic.
Well, she's certainly thrown the gauntlet down. She's done all she can. There's the Healy turn, full turn straight back up to handstand. Very high Ginger, that's much improved over the last little while. The half turn that she makes before the dismount, lifts high, tucks tightly, opens for landing. Just the merest hop.
Best score on the bars is 9.825 by Boginskaya. Milosevic had the best score on the floor. 9.837. She's found the performance, as Christine Still just said, to lay down the gauntlet to the others. She leads. And she's won the Romanian contest. Amina finishing out of the medals, it would seem. Monica Martin.
Full twisting double back to start. And 2 forward tumbles. Change of pace to the routine. One and a half twisting front somersault at the end of that series. Quite a long wait and build up for this last tumble. A good solid performance, but perhaps lacking a little bit of sparkle. But she seems pleased and relieved. Here, the round off the backflip, up into the full twisting, double back. These girls are making these difficult tumbles look very easy. They fly spring, accelerating forwards into the full twisting straight front, and then a pike front. A lot of credit given by the judges for the forward tumbling. They wish to see a variety, forwards and backwards. Here, forwards again, very similar tumble run, and that was her last one.
.662 for Monica Martin. Last piece of apparatus for Dina Kochetkova.
Starts immediately on the high bar. Kachev transfers to the low bar. Good sharp. Shaposnikova to catch the top bar there. All these moves named after their originators. Well, she piked in the first to make sure the 2 rotations. Straight somersault in the second for her double back dismount.
For those of you who don't watch all the time, it gets increasingly difficult from tuck to pike to straight.
There's the Kachev. Good rotation across the bar. Good arch shape in flight there. Some people would cringe at that shape, but she can control it. Into the dismount. Double somersault to complete. The bar's not traditionally Dina Kochekova's favourite piece, and I'm sure she'd have preferred to finish on another apparatus, but that's the challenge to these gymnasts. all-round ability. And the score 9.762.
Svetlana Boginskaya waits. She's led from the start.
Absolute
First vault.
concentration. And the straight somersault with the half turn. A hop.
She needs 9.692. That's the gap between the two. Milosevic at the top.
Wonderful straight shape she holds. And quite a hop forwards, really. Every 10th counts.
She's so close. 9.725. Only a failure in the second vault can deny her now, surely. But Potkaeva still in contention.
Determination in the second vault. And she's safely through it. Same vault. Slightly more flight than the first. Look at that lovely smile.
She's now deep in the heart of Texas and in Birmingham, England. Only one gymnast can take the title away from her, and it should be said that Lilia Podkapayeva will finish on her best piece of apparatus, but she got what she wanted here, Boginskaya.
Consistency till the very end. The last skill performance of the competition. Lovely shape in flight, but she needed the jump to bring it under control. Round off onto the board. Half turn into the Arabian front somersault. And she's smiling already.
Still waiting. 9.731 is the total that matters. Her second vault was better. The last piece of apparatus for Lilia Podkapayeva, the world champion, the European floor champion. And she'll need all that pedigree. Gap between the two, she and Svetlana Boginskaya, is 9.813. Belarus has the gold medal at the moment. Ukraine could take it away, but only with an exceptional performance.
And this girl is capable of just that. This is the important moment. And she nails it. She's gained such presence. Two difficult front somersaults. Just one more test. And she answers it.
Oh, sensational stuff. I know, isn't that nice? Milosevic knows that she's out of it. Boginskaya applauds her competitor and a lady who admires her so much. But I think after her choice of music, we should say it's going to be a close shave. She's done her best. Boginskaya did her best. Is it to be Boginskaya's third European Championship? Her third coming 6 years after the second? Or is the world champion going to add the European title as well? What a finish to the competition. 9.912, she's done it. She's taken it away from Boginskaya. Youth in the end has triumphed over maturity, but what a competition and how sportingly taken. It's a contest which we are going to see repeated in Atlanta with a touch of American flavour to come into it as well. Podkopayeva found the exceptional performance, found the highest mark of the whole competition, and she is the European champion.
So the world all-round champion, Lilia Podkopayeva, snatches gold to become the European champion. Svetlana Boginskaya, who won her first all-round gold in 1989 at the age of 15, gets a silver at 22. The popular Romanian, 19-year-old Lavinia Milosevic, is third. And Britain's Anna Karida can be very proud of her performance, coming in 13th, the best by a Briton ever, and a wonderful floor routine. But now to the sweetest moment for the top three, the medal ceremony.
Lilia Podkopayeva of Ukraine, champion of Europe and favourite to take the Olympic title on the strength of her performance here in Birmingham. European gold to add to world gold. Trophy that was so close to being taken away by the lady who will now take the silver medal. But Svetlana Boginskaya couldn't be happier, it would seem. She's back on the rostrum after giving up the sport and returning to it. And now I'm sure behind that smile is a hugely determined mind saying, I shall turn it the other way come Atlanta. Bronze medal again for Lavinia Milosevic. Third she was in the last Olympics and now third in the 1996 European Championship. Took a little bit of time for the smile to come, but it's there now. Difference in height between first and second, emphasised by the fact that Podkopayeva is high on the rostrum, but Boginskaya is up to her shoulder and slightly past. So a success for Ukraine. Lilia Podkopayeva, the champion of Europe, and the anthem of Ukraine will now be played.
So what a wonderful dramatic end to the all-round competition. Tomorrow it's the apparatus finals and you'll be able to catch up with them on Sunday Grandstand. But we leave you today with the best performance of the day that won the gold.
Oh, the standard of gymnastics we've been enjoying in Birmingham in yesterday's overall competition. In the commentary box, Mitch Fenner and Christine Still are alongside Barry Davis.
Annika Rieder, special reason to do well here. Disappointed she hasn't made the floor final.
And the full twisting double back, same opening tumble as Boginskaya. And a very difficult middle pass. Expressing the music beautifully. A very sharp, dramatic style. Adding maturity all the time to her performances. Lots of dynamic tumbling. Quickly into the last tumble. 1.5 twist to finish. Great performance from Annika in front of a home crowd. Really on for the competition of her life here.
Svetlana Boginskaya waits. Led from the start.
I went out there and I did my best and I went through clean.
You were superb on the floor, and that brought you up from 15th to joint 12th, which in itself was terrific.
I didn't really get a chance to look at most of the scores, but I was pleased with the floor result.
You had to follow Boginskaya. That must have been very hard.
Yeah, when I was halfway through, I said to my coach, "My God, why am I following her?" I said it must make my scores look low, but I just kept going, you know.
You look as though you were inspired by her, though.
Yeah, it did help me because, like, when she'd go clean, I'd make sure I'd go clean after, because otherwise I'd look a bit bad falling.
Well, as I say, you were very steady, and you've come out with the best performance by Britain in the European Championships, which in itself must be very gratifying.
Yeah, I'm really pleased ending up 13th. I've never done all-round in Europeans before, so I'm pleased.
Now what happens? How do you lead up to Atlanta?
Go back to my own gym, have a little rest, and then hard work up until Atlanta.
When will you go out to Atlanta to acclimatise?
We're not sure yet, maybe end of June, July, I'm not sure.
How well do you think you can do out there?
Well, I hadn't had time to think about that, but I'm hoping to do good again and go clean.
It's quite interesting the way Boginskaya has come back, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing, and she still does good work.
And what about Podkopayeva? Were you impressed by her?
Yeah, I wanted her to win it, and because she deserves it. She does excellent routines.
Is she your heroine at the moment?
And no, my favourite ones are Kochikova and Rosa Galieva, but Lily is good too.
Well, I think you're on the lips of every British supporter here. They really enjoyed your performance, and you deserve full credit. Well done.
Thank you.
It's well done to Annika Rieder. Well, now we